Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Middle Earth, and Miss Medrielle is back in Rohan, and she needs to deal with some art totems and banners, which she saw last time, but since she didn't have the quest for it last time, now we get to do it again. Let's get on our war steed. Let's speed things up, shall we? Alright, let's take care of these things. Yep, that is an art totem. Alright, so that's one down. That's one banner down. And of course, since it's so close to Mom, now can I get that? Oh, maybe it's not one that I can destroy. That I can. Okay, one more flag and two more totems. Get rid of these nasty old orcs from here, huh? Maybe these people can return to their forms. Well, one of these days they can. Okay, that did it for the banners. Still need two more totems. That's a banner. And although we can continue to destroy them, they don't count. Ah, there's a totem. One more. And of course, because we've already out-leveled the area, all the orcs are happily ignoring us. Probably wishing we would not notice them. So they can continue to live and harass the good people here. You know what? We're not going to let that happen. Alright, need 5 more of these guys. Oh, there's an orc totem, so that does it for that. And that does it for that. Hello,
What business
Gormand.
have you with the Rohirrim?
I suspect that seeing the banners and totems fall disturbs the Ark invaders as greatly as it disturbed me to see them erected. I praise your conviction. You have the bravery to risk undertaking such a task. I am pleased to reward you, as promised.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Reeve Appleward has asked us to remain on watch against the Arks and to ensure the safety of the city. Reeve repelled the single attempted infiltration of Cliving, and in the time since, no Ark has dared to try again. All the while, the Arks are free to roam our land, pillaging and raiding as they see fit. I mean no disrespect to Reeve Appleward, but I know that we could greatly benefit were we to ride against the Arks in the field. My men all agree, save Leof Satel. Please speak with him and convince him that riding against our foes is the correct course of action. Alright, who am I talking to? Oh, this guy over here. Let's get off our horse for this. Hello. Leof Satel.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Gaman oversteps his bounds. We were under direct orders from Reeve Appleward himself. We are to guard the city walls and never patrol beyond. I will not take part in this disobedience. I understand that it is a noble undertaking, but we have our commands and we must follow them. I suggest you inform Garmund that I will be reporting to Appleward the moment he abandons his post. Do not take part in his foolishness.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I cannot fault Leof Satel for his loyalty to the Reeve, but there is more to duty than simply following commands. We have all sworn oaths to protect these lands and the people that live upon them. I wish to uphold these oaths and to bring justice to the trespassers against the plains of Rohan. I will gladly face the consequences if my deeds preserve even a yard of my homeland. I welcome you to ride with us, Medrielle. We intend to strike fear into those brutes and pillagers. So, alright, this must be an instance.
Garmund has rejected my commands to remain guarding the city. He has taken his Aerid to reclaim land from the Orcs, keeping his oath to protect the whole of the Norcrofts.
Alright. Too far away.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
He says, I'm glad to have you with me. Stay close and be ready to strike our foe. Come, let's see what trespassers are made of. Ride with me and be ready to strike. The enemy should be just ahead. Boy, you took your good sweet time dying, didn't you? Where did everyone go? I wonder how much trouble he's going to get into for this. Because he is disobeying a direct order. Even if it is for noble causes. And that guy was pretty adamant that he's going to be a tattletale. I know my horse goes a little faster than theirs. I keep finding myself making loops around them. I never know which way these guys are going. It's like, dude, if you're going to disobey orders, at least be a little more organized about it. Where's the other one? There. Alright, now what? We have beaten many foes, but their numbers are simply too great. You have helped drive the White Hand forces away. We have fought well today. We will not reclaim these forms completely without support, but we have done our part. I commend you for your bravery. Let no man say we have failed to uphold our oath. And we have completed the instance. Let's return to the outpost at the watchtower. We cannot hope to regain the fields in such short a time.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
It weighs heavy upon my heart to see these lands I have sworn to protect in such ruin and abandonment. Slowly may we overcome the numbers of the Arks and their trail of wreckage, but not if we are shut behind our city walls. I thank you for accompanying me. It is no small comfort to know that there are others who know the importance of protecting one's home. Okay. None of this is useful for us. We'll take those. They're worth the most.
Rohirrim will need your aid.
I am rather surprised to find Leofsetel awaiting our arrival. He's made it known that he wishes to speak with you. Perhaps he has had a change of heart regarding our purpose. You may inform him I hold no grudge against him for his refusal. If he wishes to assist us once more, we are more than willing to accept his return. Why do I get the feeling that ain't why he wants to talk to us?
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Rejoin Gehrmund. Am I taken for a fool? I have returned to deliver a formal summons by Reeve Appleworth. He requests your presence at the mead hall at once. Having disclosed the details of Gehrmund's betrayal, the Reeve seeks a neutral party to discuss a resolution. I hardly consider you neutral, but nonetheless you have been chosen to discuss the matter with the Reeve. Do not let Gehrmund's arrogance go unpunished. Oh yeah, and so he did exactly what I thought he was going to do and became a big, huge tattletale. Now we gotta go talk to the Reeve again. Oh, luckily for us, we've outleveled the warband because we just went right past it. Wait, how the heck? I guess we did. Because it was gray. Alright, I'm going to leave our horse here and go off on foot. keep looking for houses we can look in. And I keep finding myself infinitely disappointed that there are precious few of them. Well, we can go look in that. I think we've been in here before, yeah. We helped this guy with something, so we've already looked through his house. Alright, sorry sir. Don't mean to intrude. Go about your day. And the Reeves Kitchen, we've been in there. Yeah, there are precious few places in the town that we can actually go in and be nosy. Alright, let's go face the Reeve, who will probably not be particularly pleased, but... okay.
You have done well.
Thank you for heeding my summons, Medrielle. Leopsitel has told that you have been assisting Captain Garmond and his riders. Please share with me the events that you have witnessed and your opinion of Garmond's intentions. You described the raid against the orcs led by Garmond, his respect for Reeve Athelward, and his desire to protect his homeland from the invaders. Athelward listens, nods, and thinks for a moment before speaking. I hear truth in the words you speak, Medrielle, and I will now pass judgment on these matters with your testimony in mind. Inform Leopsitel that I am moved by his loyalty and his adherence to my command. As such, I've decided to bestow upon him the title Captain of the Guard. With this rank, he shall be able to oversee the other men on guard and ensure that none shall risk their lives to attack the White Hand Ark. When you have finished with Leopsitel, speak with Captain Garmond. Garmond is to pack his supplies and return to the mead hall. For his noble acts and his great desire to protect others, he will receive the privilege of becoming my personal protector and safeguard. My life will be more secure with Garmond at my side. I don't know if Garmond's going to see that as a promotion or a punishment. I mean, you think about it. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a promotion. More, it sounds like the worst kind of punishment. But that is the Reeves' will, and it might have gone even more harshly had we not had kind words about Garmond. But still, yikes. I'm not looking forward to giving this news. I mean, granted, Leopsifold was probably in the right saying that they should listen to their orders and not risk themselves and other men to do what they did. But he is also a bit of a stiff neck. Alright, let's go do this. Might as well rip this bandage off, right? Alright, now where is the dude? Stuff up there that's aggerable. I think we didn't go far enough. Now, there's definitely a watchtower, but it wasn't the one we wanted. This is the one we want.
We keep safe these lands.
Athelward has made me captain of the guard. It is an honorable title, but one fraught with peril and frustration. This feels more of a punishment than a reward. I sought to keep away from the fields of destruction, only to be thrust onto the front lines of our defenses. I am unsure how this flawed promotion was decided, but I cannot help but think that you are to blame, Medrielle. Off with you. Pester someone else with your good deeds. He seems most displeased with his new rank. I think he just doesn't want to do any work. Holy fuck.
What brings you to these lands?
If Reeve Appleward has decided that I must return to serve him, then I shall obey his judgment. I believe that my actions were just, but I must accept the outcome of disregarding his orders. Allow me time to collect my belongings. I regret that I will not be able to further defend the lands that I so greatly love, but by protecting the Reeve, I am in a unique position to keep safe the people I have sworn to honor. Perhaps in time, I will be able to convince Appleward not to sacrifice so much of his domain in order to defend his city. Thank you for standing by me through all this, Medrielle. So, the dude that should have been happy to get promoted is pissed off about the promotion. The dude that technically was punished by becoming the Reeve's personal bodyguard just took it as face value and said, okay, it isn't exactly what I was hoping for, but okay. I just think that's hilarious. Now we need to go back to the Ethengels. I feel like probably the easiest way to do that is to go back to Cliving and then just take a stable there. Oh, I remember why we have to go to Ethengels. Okay. Well, this should be a very fun conversation. Alright, let's go talk to St. Mildred. I like how if you just keep finding the staircases up, you'll eventually come across a meat hall. Mildred, dear, I have a message for you from Appleboard. I'm not sure you're going to particularly like this one.
You cannot be serious! That scoundrel! That braggart!
Thane Mildred listened to your messages from Reeve Appleward with growing horror and disgust. You cannot be serious! That scoundrel! That braggart! His inaction doomed my husband Pendrad to death by the arc, and he personally gave my son the wound that killed him. He has the gall to ask for my hand not once, but twice, and to use friends to do it. Mildred brings herself under control and continues in a quiet, deadly voice. I sent you to learn if my daughter Siflad was being treated well by the murder of her father and brother. Is she?
Thank you for easing the worry in a mother's heart.
If Siflad says she is being treated well, I will keep my complaints to myself. Thank you for easing the worry in a mother's heart. My daughter is strong-willed, and I trust that she will have the sense to send word if her situation changes to ill. Turning now to the well-being of my people, I find clarity. We must not rely on the Reeve to protect us. I do not trust him, but more so, I feel in my heart he will see first to the defense of Cliving, and not leave his walls to protect the rest of us. The other towns of the Norcrofts do not have Cliving's natural defenses. You have been a good help to me, but I know you are eager to progress westward in pursuit of the Urk you seek. Go southwest to Southam by way of the river crossing, to scout and see if the crossing is held by foes. Also, I ask you to collect emblems from any orcs you find in the Norcroft. Show these emblems to Elfhelm, the Thane of Southam, as proof that we must stand on our own and not rely on Athelward. Oh wait, Elfhelm has gone to the fords of Isen. His son Elfmore must have rule of Southam in his absence. Show him the emblems. So I would say her answer was a very definitive and resounding, oh hell no, I will not marry that man. And I don't think we have to, doesn't look like we have to deliver that message to him. I think the absence of an answer is going to end up being answer enough. Yeah, she wants nothing to do with Appleward. And who can blame her? She blames him for the death of her
These lands are not to be traveled lightly.
husband, her son, and, well, also for stealing away her daughter. So with that in mind, I can imagine she's never, ever, ever going to see him in any sort of kindly light. Now, our next step is to scout the river crossing and collect orc emblems. But we will do that next time. Until then, bye for now.